Hi everyone, this is my project. It's titled Textures in Nature. The first thing is my artboards. This is my second artboard. I kept it hidden because it was kind of distracting. I wanted to focus on one thing. So I'm just gonna erase it. But this is the full artboard. They're the same size. I didn't do it the same way you showed us how to do it. I knew a different way. It was a little easier for me. I know a couple of ways. One is like to copy, shift click, and then copy the first art space that you're working with, and then shift it over. And then the other way that I did it was through here, and I manually edited the size of my artboard. So I'm gonna just cover this up so that it's not so distracting. Um, so I did crop this image because this is the original image, and I cropped it down to here so that way you could see better. So I don't have to use the entire image. So I did crop it here. Obviously I did move this image right where I wanted it to be placed. It didn't just embed into my space like that. I did use a lasso tool. I'm gonna cover this back up. I did use a lasso tool somewhere down here. This is it right here, but obviously I keep it hidden because that doesn't look very good. I used the pattern of the trees and I did blend it in. I used the blur tool, but it came out like this after a lot of editing and stuff throughout this entire project. So I'm just gonna keep it covered. The eyedropper tool I did use to get this color story that I have down here. These are my color swatches. They came from this image right here. The brush tool is used over here. This is actually the brush tool right here. I like to go and there's a little tab down here. I don't know if you could see it through my frame, but there's a tab down here that shows it's FX, and I use it to kind of create little textures and play with it a little bit, and that's how I got my brush tool to look like that. I even use the same ombre style that I have that you showed us. I actually use that method from here, from the video, to create this ombre effect here. I added my name. I am using this color. I'm not sure if it was this color or that color that I'm using for my name. I think it's this one I'm using for my name, so it can create a nice contrast. This font that I'm using on this layer right here is it's from here as well. And the ombre, what else did you want us to show you? I did use the same color as this to show the color of the text, and I used a stroke. This is the brush stroke, and then the rectangle and the fill tool. I did not use a stroke, but I did use a fill because I thought it would look nicer. And I think that's everything. The frame tool is down here. I kind of was trying to be a little creative to place it somewhere, so I created it. I use this image, our original image here, as a tab. So like if it was like a book that I was looking at, like a portfolio book, this would be like a page turner. Maybe as we move on with these projects, I might put like page numbers or something. So I think that's everything. That's the frame tool, the color story. These are the objects that I selected. I had to move all of these around. And this is the lasso tool that I took off and put back on so you could see. And I did use, this is the tab right here. I did use a lot of the effects tool right here so I can edit my ombre. I do have two different colors. I'm using the green from this image and then the little purplish tan. I'm not sure what color is showing up, brown on the computers, but I use that to create this ombre effect. I did have to edit it a little bit because it wasn't as simple. I used the effect down here, and I played with the bevelness and the color gradient overlay is what I use, and I manually added my own color using it won't show here, but using the eyedropper, I manually added the colors that I want to use from this image, so that way I could get the ombre effect that isn't ending with white. So that's kind of how I did my project. I don't know why I keep clicking this. And if you have questions or how I did more, this is supposed to be the only 3 minutes, so I'm just gonna end the video there.